Okay. Siman Lamed Aleph Shekol Kavanos Shel Kavanos Ha'adam Yiyu L'Shem Shemayim. So he said everything you're supposed to do is L'Shem Shemayim. So Beis Achilu Shasiya Ketzad. How do you get? How are you supposed to eat and drink L'Shem Shemayim? Ein Tzarich Loimer Shelo Yochel V'Yishtu Dvarim Asurim Chas V'Sholem. Goes without saying that you should not eat or drink things that are also Chas V'Sholem Elagam B'Dvarim HaMutarim. Right? Also with things that are mutter. I mean, father don't eat treif, but even things that are mutter, you're thirsty or hungry, and all you're doing is eating and drinking for your ano. That's not praiseworthy. Meaning he didn't say there's anything wrong. He just said it's not praiseworthy. Right? Your kavana with your eating and your drinking that you should have koyach. You shouldn't eat anything that the palate just wants. Like a dog or a donkey. You should eat things that help and are good for your health, which most of us don't do. Right? I mean, that for sure means you shouldn't be eating at any kiddush. Right? Kiddush, smorgasbord, Viennese table are out.
Or drinking.
Or drinking, yes.
Hey, wait.
A lot more money in place.
There are Anshe Maisa that before they eat, they say, I've tried this, it doesn't help for me. I want to eat and drink that I should be healthy and strong to the Avodas Habayre. So Rabbi Groner has over there in the corner some donuts. So I don't see any reason why I should eat them, but it could very well be that on my way out I'm going to take one. For what? Whatever. Okay, give them.
So but Lamaisa, we're supposed to get pleasure. We're supposed.
That's what he says. He doesn't say it's asr. That's what I'm saying. He says it's Eidam B'Shuvah.
I'm saying like it shouldn't be your kavana to eat for pleasure. Your kavana should be lishma.
Yes.
Memela,
we drink
should
wine.
Enjoy.
On Shabbos, we drink wine.
Yeah, no, you can. There's nothing wrong with appreciating in these types of things. About right? But bottom line is, let's call a spade, right? I mean, when we're, if you say this sentence, hineni that I'm eating for right to lechov alishtos, that I should be a healthy person, you ain't gonna eat that extra piece of steak, and you're not eating beef jerky, and you're not eating picha and gribbenis and even fried chicken. All this, you're right, and fried chicken and whatever. Now, we don't have to go through the whole menu, but
you eat and then you fall. It's a better and just sit there eating and eating.
Yeah. Yes, but that's all technology's fault. It's all technology's fault. Give him. Yeah, what about sitting, getting up, and walking? It goes without saying that you shouldn't sit with a moshav leitzim, and you shouldn't stand with places that play b'lerachatoyim. You shouldn't go with the eitzes l'shoyim. Even to sit in quiet, and to stand with tzaddikim, and to stand with people that are pure. If you're doing it for your own benefit, to be mashlim your desires, I mean, there's worse things you could do. Meaning, if the reason why you want to hang out by a tzaddik is not because you really want to get influenced by him, but you want to get a bracha from him so you could win the lottery or something like that, it's ein ze meshubach. You should do it l'shem shemayim. If you can't do it, don't hold back from doing these things. Because you're going to accomplish. I mean, you want to hang up by a certain tzaddik or whatever it is because you want to be considered chashuv, you want to get brachas, etc., etc. That's not the right reason. You want to hang up by tzaddikim in order to be influence from them, but that doesn't mean that you should go watch a football game instead of going to a tzaddik because you're going to the tzaddik for the wrong reason. Hang out by the tzaddik, and therefore, hopefully, it'll influence you.
if you're up at the table and the late came to your table, should you stand up and?
I don't know.
I was recently by bar mitzvah, and like I thought I sat by my night, like Hoshever guy, and then he started schmoozing with other guys. They started making fun of him.
If I see it by a bar mitzvah, you can get up and leave. It's not a slap in the face.
Yeah, bris milah. I could stand up and live. Yeah.
Yeah. Dalit Shiva case. And what about sleeping? When you're able to learn Torah and do mitzvahs in this and you decide to go to sleep in order to enjoy yourself, that is not. Again, he's not saying you're doing something wrong. He's staying away from saying that it's usher. Not saying it's usher to go to sleep. Saying it's not proper to do that. Even when you're tired, and you need to sleep because you need to rest from your tiredness. If you're doing it because there's a gishmak asleep, then that's not meshubach. Your kavanah to put to sleep to your eyes, that you should want to sleep for a tzarech of your health, for shalai titra daita, that your brain shouldn't get shouldn't be in a how do you say titra? Mixed up. But Torah machmas manias hashena. I think this one, since I always say negative about myself, this one I think I got down.
You don't go to sleep.
I don't like to go to sleep. I really hate sleeping. I hate it. I do a good job sleeping. Don't worry. But actually, no, not such a good job. But Lamaisa, I don't like sleep. I don't wake up and say, this is geschmack. I enjoy it. I don't enjoy it. I'd much rather eat. I would much rather eat. Yeah.
When you have to wake up early, you don't roll over and say, I want to sleep more?
I can't fall back asleep. I try, but I don't fall back asleep. I'm not saying it's because of any avodas Hashem that I did. Not because of any avodas Hashem. It's just not enjoyable. Okay, Tashmish Ketzad, what about relations? This is dangerous for today's door. From Avada, you should not, it doesn't mean to go have illicit relationships. Even in the Aina that it says in the Torah, that's Rashi in last week's parsha. Right, there's certain times that you have to be with your wife. If he did it for the Hanav, if he's gufay lahashlim tavasai, I raise him maguna. See, here he says maguna. It's the first time he's using the word that it's actually bad, which is why it's dangerous. Because nowadays this is out. I can confidently say that this is out. And even if you kavanah that you should have kids, that you want to have kids that will take your place, that's even that is not meshubach. What should be the kavanah by relations? That you should have kids that can serve Hashem, nothing to do with you. Or you have kavanah to make your guf healthy. And you want to be makayim the mitzvah to your wife, like a man who pays his chayv, right? When you get married, you sign off. Well, you don't actually sign, but you agree that you're going to sleep with your wife. So when you sleep with your wife, your kavanah should be that I owe it to her. I owe it to her. But other than that you should not want to have tashmish. So that's why it's dangerous nowadays, because this was easy to say back then. We see more pretzas in an hour nowadays than they saw in a lifetime. And I'm not talking about pretzas, whatever. We don't have to get into all. Yeah, everybody understands what I mean, right? You go to even a bar mitzvah, kiddush, walk in the street, you've already seen more than anybody back then saw. Okay, and the shvach to our door is that I don't think we have any more nus in our door than they had in those doors. Whichever, that's a whole different shmooze. Okay, hasicha ketzad. What about talking? Vav. We're not saying that you shouldn't talk all these bad talking. But even to talk with divrei chacham, right? Meaning, even your good talk, you shouldn't just stop talk for no good reason. Your talk should be that it's for avodas habayre. That's something that will bring you to his avodah. Zayin, and saying when you're Isaac in business, or malacha in order to try and make yourself money, you shouldn't be just to make money. you should have in mind that the reason why you want to make money is to be mefarnas b'nei bayis. But let's say tzedakah, to give tzedakah, l'gadol banav, l'talmud Torah, to bring up your kids for learning. A person has to put his eyes and his heart on the ways, and he has to weigh all his actions with, he has to measure them in, what do you call his name? Scale, thank you. Of your seichel. When you see that you could do something that will be something that's for Hashem, Yaseu, do it. And love, and if it's not for Hashem's sake, lo Yaseu, don't do it. As Bayra Kol Yomov. And if you do this, that means you're doing Avodas Hashem all your days. Even when you're sitting or when you get up, you're walking, and you're doing business. Meaning, if you listen to everything the Kittzur Shulchan Aruch just said, then you are considered being an Oved Hashem 24/7, even though on the surface it doesn't seem like you're doing any of it, right? Eating, drinking, tashmish, walking. Everything should be l'shem shemayim. The Derech says, "Zakav Rabbeinu Hakadosh Etz Ba'osav L'Mala," right? The famous Gemara when Rebbe Hakadosh who was from the wealthiest people, put up his hands, L'Mala b'shas misasei. When I put up his hands like that, and he said, "Va'amar Golav Yadua L'Fenecha Shaloina Neisim Mehem Elu L'Shem Shemayim." It's Golav Yadua that I was never from anything, my hands only L'Shem Shemayim. That's a major madrega.
And then you write it down for them.
What?
And then you write it down for them.
Yeah, basically.
Then what?
All this, when you write it down for them.
Simin Lamed Beis. Shmiras Haguf Al Pi HaTeva. U'Bay Chav Zayin Sivlim. So there's going to be more stuff that we're not going to like to hear from the kids. Yeah. What are we doing? Aleph here?
Yeah, Aleph.
Hayol v'hayoy u'Bay Chav Zayin Sivlim. Hayol v'hayas Haguf Bari v'Shalom Yidarkei Hashemhu. Since to have a healthy body is considered derech Hashem, because you can't, when you're sick, it's very difficult for you to know when to know Hashem when you're sick, right? If you're sick, you can't function. Therefore, you have to stay far away from things that make the body get lost, meaning have a negative effect on the body. And what you should be knowing is you have to do with things that keep you healthy and rest your body. So, of course, the big culprit for this is smoking / vaping. For some reason, eating and overeating has not made it to the radar of Klal Yisrael yet. I don't know why. I need to write some. It is, but not
smoking. Not necessarily. I'm saying
some people
can overdo it, but for myself,
texting and driving is a good one. Texting and driving, yeah. Anyways, okay, we'll stop there. To be continued tomorrow, Bez Hashem, all in the health section of the Kittzur Shulchan Aruch. All right, everybody should have a fine night.
Thank you.
Cigars, though, Naftali. Cigars are not so bad. Cigars.
Exactly. I was waiting for you to say
that everybody who smokes.
You don't want to lose me as a chassid.
What?
I say you don't want to lose me as a chassid.
I do, but I would, but the Kittzur said I should be medabek with Talmidei Chachamim and Tzadikim, even if it's Shaloi Lishma.
No, you just got the wrong to the deal. I was born a Kohen, so you're like, There
you go.
By the way, Svi Everett's daughter got engaged.
Very nice.